Hey, what's up guys? Scott Wynn here, and I'm doing another run for American Truck Simulator. We are taking this very large, let me get you a view, we're taking this 90,000 pound scraper from Sierra Vista, Arizona, all the way up north to Page, Arizona. It's a little over a 500-mile run, and we're really covering the great state of Arizona, south to north, the full length of the state. So this should be a lot of fun. We just had a beautiful sunset that just dipped below the mountains to the west. And I'm sorry you guys missed it. It was pretty spectacular. Alright, we're driving our new W900, which we just purchased just days ago. We received a little bit of damage while we were getting gas. Just a few moments ago at that gas station you see off to your right. As I pulled in to get gas, looks like we're not making this left. I'm going to have to make a left up at the next. I'm going to do something pretty burnt here. Nobody's coming, so we're good. So we're going to, let's see, I'll get over in the right here and then we'll get over to the left. Every once in a while you have to pull a burnt maneuver to make up for a mistake. So anyhow, a guy in a Jeep Wrangler just bashed into me while I was getting gas, so that was a little unfortunate. Damaged our truck itself, the cab, just a little bit, but nothing too serious, so I think we're going to be alright. If you look here, you can just barely see the damage. If you look at that icon right next to A9, where the fuel is, it's just showing a little bit of damage. This is going to be a nice haul for us. It's very heavy cargo at 90,000 pounds, and we're going to earn ourselves 34 grand. This is one of our favorite roads in game. Really love Route 10 through Arizona. Love the speed limit, 75 right off the bat. Gotta love it. And once we get up to speed, we'll be able to push that speed limit a little bit. All of my mods seem to be working. There was an update to the game recently to 1.38.1, I believe, and sometimes that can throw mods off, but as the game goes on, we'll see. I do have an awful lot of mods, probably about 12 mods installed right now, and so far so good. It doesn't seem to have affected anything. Just to rehash, we have about 320K in the bank, including ourselves. We're 3 drivers. I looked into maybe the best move going forward, and I think we're going to add another 2 bays to our Salt Lake City garage, taking it up to 5 bays. And I'm actually waiting for some good talent to come through the recruiting agencies. Right now, all the drivers are rated a 0.8, which is pretty abysmal. People like that are not going to earn us a lot of money, or hardly any money, so we're looking for those 1.7s, so we'll keep checking that. And once we find one of those people, we'll be able to update the bay of that garage with 100K. That'll leave us with 219 plus this delivery. That'll leave us with about 250. We could buy another truck and hire another driver. And shortly after that, we'll hire our 5th driver, and we'll be well on our way to building that empire that we're striving for. Whoa, got a little squirrely there. I'm not positive, but I think I was on 2 wheels there, maybe on my cab. That was pretty interesting. I can't say I've had that happen before. I think it's probably due to the weight that I'm towing, 90,000 pounds, which is pretty much at the, I would say, capacity of this particular rig. We're at 600 horsepower. I believe we're either 1,800 or 2,050 pounds of foot torque, which is pretty much what you need for a huge load like this. So I'm definitely going to have to take it a little more easy around the turns with that really heavy load. I mean, if you look at that FedEx logo ahead of us, I don't know if you could see the negative space. The negative space would be the white space. And of course, as I say it, we're falling behind a little bit. But if you ever notice the arrow between the E and the X, it's the white negative space that the E and the X create. It creates a white arrow pointing to the right, which of course an arrow means movement, and they're all about movement, moving goods, moving letters, moving packages. I used to work in advertising, and I remember they redesigned that logo, and I remember noticing it for the first time. That subtle little thing they put in there that is pretty cool. Some people catch that, some people don't, but it's there. You might be able to see it right here. There it is. Whoop, smack dab in front of us. See that white arrow between the E and the X? Ah, the subtleties of logo design and advertising. Did a great job with their identity. Their logo used to be horrendous. They were actually known as Federal Express before they changed their name to FedEx. I feel like I'm sitting down low a little bit. Maybe I'm slouching in my seat, or maybe my track IR is off a little bit, but I feel like, I should be up a little higher. There we go, that's a little better. I'm not such a slouch anymore. Now I'm going to take it easy around this turn. I remember what happened last time. I don't want to go up on two wheels again. So, take it a little easy around this turn. Keep it under 65. Some police action off there on the exit. Somebody doing something unsafe, no doubt. I mean, it could be somebody stuck, but we'll never know. We will be passing through Phoenix. I don't think we'll actually be driving through Phoenix, but more will be on the highway heading through it. Oh, exciting news. I did pick up Euro Truck Simulator 2 on Steam today. It was on sale for just $4.99, and I didn't pick up any of those DLCs that have to do with paint jobs or any of that stuff. But I did pick up all the DLCs that add the different areas you can drive, like Italia and the Iberia Peninsula, which is of course Spain, and I think Portugal. And then I picked up the France one, I picked up the Dead Sea one, so I think I pretty much have all of the map areas to explore. I was debating it a little bit. I can't say I'm as excited, at least not right now, about driving in Europe as I am in the United States. But for the price, I think I got all of that stuff I mentioned for about $42, which I thought was pretty reasonable, considering how vast those maps are of Europe. So I figured let me load it up, and one of these days in the next week I'll give it a try. Drive some of those Scania trucks. I know people like the Scania trucks. And I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to get used to kilometers an hour. I guess it's all relative. Like, let's see if it says it on here. Yeah, so I'm going 65 right now, which is about 100... Is that 10 kilometers per hour? Yeah. So 65 is 110 kilometers per hour. So that could be a good reference point. And then, of course, I believe on some of these trucks, I'm a little confused, I have to say, because when I was in Europe, a lot of the places I visited, especially in like London, places like that, people drove on the other side of the road, and you really had to be careful. They actually had stuff painted on the sidewalks for probably people like Americans that just said, let's see, nope, not that exit, I'm just following this to the right. So we're going north towards Flagstaff. Yep, that's it, it's 17. yeah, I guess like a number of American people have been run over because think about it, when you cross the street, right, you always look, you know, the direction you know in the United States that the cars are moving, but over there in Europe, I mean, those cars are moving in the opposite direction, so I'm sure a lot of people got flattened because they just were looking the wrong way, and it's pretty comical, not comical, but it's pretty funny that they have stuff painted on the sidewalk to warn people about that. But anyhow, I'm a little confused because I believe in ETS2, your steering wheel on some of the trucks is certainly on the right, but you're driving on the same side of the road as we do in America, so I don't know, I'm a little confused. I'll have to drive it and just see. But I distinctly remember that, you know, in a lot of places in Europe, people drove on the opposite side of the road from Americans. And I'm confused as to why it's not that way in the mod or the game. You know, like, did they just change it because, I don't know, for the sake of changing it? I don't know. We will have to see. And Americans, you know, we're guilty of it. We have to change everything, right? Let's go with pounds instead of kilograms. Let's go with, you know, miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, just the headache people have to go through alone in places like customs and like shipping supplies, like supplies coming in and out of the country. You know, they have to do all these conversions because we use a different form of weight than pretty much the rest of the world. We're, yeah, I don't know. I think we should have kind of got on board with what everyone else is doing, but maybe there's a story behind why we did that. I don't know. But I know as a teacher, it's confusing as all get out when kids are like, you're trying to teach kids this, like, yeah, this is the way we do it here, but other places they do it differently. So it's a beautiful night, and it's around 12:30, almost 12:30. We're gonna take it a little easy around these turns. We don't want to roll this thing. Oh, funny thing, I don't know if you saw that video where I purchased this truck and I actually outfitted it custom, but I actually went back and looked at it, the video that I did, and I realized that I put snow tires on this truck. I didn't realize at the time I was selecting tires that these had a snowflake icon on them, but now I know. And yeah, we're driving with snow tires right now, so I don't know what the deal is. You know, maybe they wear a little faster, I'm not really sure, but you know, they're probably going to be pretty grippy in the rain and stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Camp Verde. You know, I don't believe we've been to Camp Verde, so that'll definitely be a place we discover. Right now, I think we've driven roughly 28% of the roads on this map, and I marked a different way on this map at the very end, and it's going to make it a little longer, probably about 30 miles longer. No big deal. But it's going to take us on a road that we haven't been on before, so that should be pretty exciting. It's going to get us off the highway at the end, and that's one of our goals, to you know, drive 90+% of the roads in America. And then once Colorado becomes a thing, we're going to make sure we drive all those roads. You know, funny thing, I'm guilty. If we look at the map, I have not driven a lot in Idaho. I have not driven a lot in Washington, or Oregon, or California. So we're going to do more runs in those places coming up soon. I've been driving a lot in the Southwest, but you know, part of it is I really like it down here. Just do. I like the higher speed limits for sure. Okay, we'll take it a little easier around this turn. Don't want to get too fancy. Learned our lesson. I'll tell you, as a real rig driver, if you're going around a turn, you come up on two wheels, that'll keep you in line for a good long while. You learn real quick, like, man, I'm not doing that again. Definitely don't want to flip one of these things on its side. It's a bad day. So I've been super tired this week. That's one of the other reasons I haven't done some videos. You know, it's kind of hard. I'm a teacher, you know, here in America, and I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, keep kids safe and still educate them. Some kids are going to be in school, some are going to be at home, watching me on video, and it's all going to be a real challenge. But I have to say, I mean, my number one thing is I want to keep these kids safe. So it's been on my mind, and I think it's, you know, it's wearing on me a little bit. It's made me feel a little tired this week, a little run down, because it is on my mind, and, you know, I need to figure this out. So that's one of the other reasons I've been making videos. But, you know, what I have to remember too is this is really relaxing for me. It's really kind of a de-stressor for me. So not for any other reason I need to drive to de-stress. See, this really heavy haul is giving my rig all she can handle. Barely maintaining 40 miles per hour here up that hill. Grand Canyon. Very cool. Never been to the Grand Canyon. Really weird. Like, I've been a lot of places in this country, but and in the world for that matter, but I've never been to the Grand Canyon. I've flown over it numerous times. You tend to fly over it when you fly to Vegas. And, well, it looks pretty cool from the air. Looks like a big hole in the ground. I've also flown over the Hoover Dam. That's pretty cool to see from an airplane. Alright, getting off here. East Albuquerque. I dare you to try spelling that right now. I dare you. I think it's ALBUQUERQUE. That's a tough one. Alright, merging left here. So I hope there's less chair squeaking in the video. This is my new chair I'm driving with, and I was hearing so much squeaking, and I just said to myself, what the heck? You know, I thought oh, there was a little squeak right there. So there are going to be some squeaks on this video, but there was like this, I don't know what you call it, like a neck supporter that it's optional to take off. And that was definitely causing some squeaking sounds, so hopefully we got a little bit of less of that. My wife just came up to visit me, and I gave her the shush symbol. I just shushed my wife by using my finger, like, symbols, but I feel bad about it. I haven't seen her all day, but it was necessary. Alright, a little bit of a tight turn. We're just gonna, get past that curb there. Entering Flagstaff. Yep, I heard another squeak right there. It's definitely when I shift to brake versus accelerator. Because I am using 2 feet. I don't know if you guys use 2 feet if you use this type of setup, but obviously right for accelerator, left for brake. Pretty cool place. Club Cafe. That's a tough thing to read. Heron. A little bit of a slower speed limit on this road, probably because we're going through some mountainous areas. You know, this looks like the type of area in New Mexico, I'm sorry, or in Arizona where it snows. My wife went to, well, she went to college a lot of places, but one of the places she went was Arizona, and yes, she did confirm that there are snowy areas in Arizona. As I believe she snowboarded down here a bit. She has one of those cool original Burton snowboards. Really one of the first models of Burton snowboards that came out. It's really pretty cool. It's kind of like a piece of history. I'm sure it's worth a lot of money if she wanted to sell it. It's very heavy compared to today's snowboards. I'm a skier though, I'm not a snowboarder. I don't know about you guys. But I do have a bum knee, and I actually have a bum knee due to skiing. It was that one last run, right? You always hear that all the time. I just had to go for one more run, one more dip in the water. That's when I got attacked by the shark. But yeah, it was one last run, and it was icy because it was the end of the day. And of course, on your last run, your legs are really tired. They're kind of rubbery, and I ski like I drive, like fast. Well, this is not very nice the way people are doing stuff here. I don't know what this guy's doing. Oh, he was in the right lane, and somehow he wanted to keep going straight there rather than merging right. And yeah, I hit some ice. I just tried to turn on ice because I had to. It was a very sharp kind of turn at the end of the trail, and long story short, by the time I got home, my knee was swollen to the size of probably almost like a soccer ball or something. It was pretty swollen, and I got an MRI on it, and nothing was torn, but it stretched my ligaments, which is probably worse, which means that for a really long time I've had bone rubbing on bone. There's actually a term for it. It's called, I know you guys probably don't care, but I'm going to tell you anyhow. It's called chondromalacia patella. But yeah, it's bone on bone. So the older I get, the more I have to ice it if I'm doing something. It's not like I can do anything I want. I can sprint, I can run, I can jump. I'm pretty athletic. But if I do that stuff, it usually feels good to ice it down when I'm done. Cayenta. Alright, turn it right here. Looks like we're clear. Alright. Ice might be present. Well, no worries there. I have snow tires. Oh yeah. I'll be ready. Better left unread than dead. That's what I always say. See the moon in the side mirror back there? It looks pretty cool. See how many miles we have left. Oh, not much. This is this little road that we went on that we have not been on before. This was our little deviation. You see, we should have been just heading straight instead of making this right to complete our journey, but this is the extra road that we have not been on yet. We have taken the road less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. It's windy. It's kind of a little hilly. Definitely going uphill right now. Doing my fantasy football draft tonight. I'm in an 8-man league, and we're going big. Like, instead of 2 quarterbacks, we're going with like 3 quarterbacks. Instead of 2 running backs, I think we're going with 3 or 4. Instead of 2 wide receivers, which is pretty standard that you start, plus a flex, we're going 3 wide receivers, plus 2 flexes, plus, you guys get it, plus 2 tight ends, that type of thing. So it's going to be more important that we draft well deep right into the draft, because we're going to have more guys in play. I'll give it a try, see how it goes. It's in about an hour and a half. I think I'm just going to have a sandwich for dinner. Sandwich and some chips. Looks like it's brightening up a little bit here. Must be 5:30 a.m. 4:53. Really cool. Look at that. It's still dark up high, but you're getting that like rim of white down low. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, looks like we're making a left-hand turn up here. After this, we could see how our other drivers are doing. I still don't get it, like how it all works with their salaries. I just looked at it before, and it was like, oh, you've spent $62,000 in their driver salaries, and I said, what? Like, they've been driving for me for like a week or something, or less, just a couple of days. I don't know. I don't really get it. We'll take a look at it. See if we could figure out how much these schmoes are earning for me. Page, that's our destination. Route 98. Very cool. I'm glad we drove this way. We got treated to some beautiful scenery. The early morning dawn hours. The wee morning hours. The magic hours is what photographers call this. There are photographers out there who refuse to photograph other than dawn or dusk. That's it. They won't photograph any other times. They call them the magic hours, where the light does so many amazing things, and that's where they get their best, most dramatic. Now, I would say like nature, landscape type of photographers, right? People who photograph the outdoors. Best time to photograph. Those windows close really quick sometimes. Sometimes it's just a matter of a minute or two. Where the light's just perfect. Like behind us, that's looking pretty cool. Alright, a little bit of construction up here. We'll slow her down. It's one of these temporary portable lights. Make sure we respect that line ahead of us. Let's get one more look at our load here while we're waiting. That is our big is that a scraper? Yeah, it's a scraper. Oh, whoops. Wasn't paying attention. Alright, just 28 miles. And you see, we made money. Like, somebody made like $2,000. Because we were at like 319 and change. Now we're at 321. So one of my drivers just made some money. I don't know how it works. Do they make a big lump sum? Does it kind of trickle in? I need to figure that out. Still kind of a noob. I will build an empire. Oh, I will. But I'm a noob to how it all, the intricacies of how it works. School bus. Man, I'm tired. I'm hitting the sack after my draft. Well, tomorrow's Friday, so that's always good. Alright, looks like our delivery might be right up here. I believe it was... it was HMS Machinery. That always throws me off. When I see HMS, I think of Her Majesty's ships. Right, like all those English ships, the HMS Hood, the HMS. I can't think of a name of other ones, but that was the one I believe that was sunk by the Bismarck. The Hood. You can never unsee the white arrow on the EX of FedEx. You'll never unsee it. It'll haunt you for all of your days. Every time you're on the road. And there are a lot of FedEx trucks out there. You get on the highway, you will see it. Okay, let's see. It's off to the... Of course, it's going to be one of these, right? Like, super tight turn, right? Like, hi, let's make this... Let's deliver really huge things into this, like... Look at, they got all this room here. Right? All this room to, like, have this gate be so much wider. Yet they don't. Of course, I got a bus right behind me, too, right? That's great. Really great. Thanks, boss. Really appreciate it. I'm actually going to take an exterior view because, you know, in real life... Yep, I actually have this. In real life, I might do that. Okay, let's see if we could just clip the edge of this little green thing. Okay. Let's do this. Of course, they want it right here. You know what? I'm just going to skip it. It's getting late. I want to eat some dinner. So 525 miles, 10 hours and 40 minutes, 110 gallons of gas. Ooh, proficiency bonus. Thank you very much. Long distance delivery, high value cargo bonus, 1462 XP. I am a level 17. That's 34K. Yeah, we'll take it. Alright, cool. I get to level something up here. So, let's see. I mean, I guess let's just go high value. You know, I can't really do anything wrong here. The distance ones are great, but I don't particularly want to drive super long distances, specifically even for the sake of videos and stuff. Alright, let's take a look at our drivers and see what they're up to. So Maria M is making $4.29 a mile. He's making $4.61 a mile. They made two... Gosh, they make so little compared to what I make. They really do. I mean, I just made like 34K. I did 34K run in one day. So let's see. She is taking a harvester from Salt Lake City to Cedar City, and he is taking car parts from Salt Lake Cedar to... So they're literally right front to back, close to each other right now. All right. So what are they going to earn? This is... God, it's also confusing. I don't know. I don't know. Let's look on the table view. You know, there's something here. Let's go back. You guys don't have to check this out. You can check out if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and check this. There is, I think it's Garage Manager. And then You click this, yeah, and then you go economy summary. So my revenue for the last 7 days, 275K, truck maintenance 5,200, driver's pay 74,000. How much am I paying these people? I mean, it's crazy. These people working for me for 2 days, I paid 74K out of pocket. Like, are you kidding me? Average daily profit $27,000. Wow, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I guess when you build up more, these people become more worth it. But right now, I feel like I'm carrying the lion's share of the load, as they say. Well, anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you soon.